The Neville Public Museum is once again looking to expand into the water. The facility is looking to bring the first USS Green Bay to the area and turn it into a floating museum. However, it might be easier said than done. Fox 11's Bill Miston explains.
It was a fairly unusual ship for the time. You know, it actually had, besides two B-12 diesels for propulsion, it also had a jet engine.
Tom Donaldson should know. He was an engineer aboard the USS Green Bay, part of the crew that came to Wisconsin to pick up the 165-foot gunboat in 1969. He even spent a little time at a Packers practice.
And they gave us the Packers flag, which we flew on the ship the entire time.
But for the past 20 years, the Greek flag has flown on the ship.
We're engaged in the very early part of the process to figure out, is it feasible to bring the ship home?
Have you heard concerns about the mooring of a ship here permanently?
Yes, I have not heard, quite candidly, I haven't heard any concerns about trying to get a museum ship.
Not the first time the acquisition has been explored. Neville Museum Director Rolf Johnson says the ship would tie in nicely with downtown waterfront development, anchoring the plans for a cultural campus.
Just getting the ship here to Green Bay would be a cost. One Johnson estimates to be about $1 million, but it's still all a tentative plan, as the Neville doesn't even know if the ship is available.
But we know that at a certain point, they will no longer have a use for it.
But Johnson says finding and gathering interested parties and stakeholders now could make the effort easier if the USS Green Bay becomes available.
We want to make sure we are first in line.
Donaldson says he would travel to Green Bay to see his old ship again.
I think it'd be fantastic if it could be turned into a museum piece where people could look at it and crawl all over it. But I think it's even better that it's still in service.
And he says he wouldn't be surprised if the Greeks kept her. In Green Bay, Bill Miston, Fox 11 News.
And Johnson says the hope is to have the ship as part of the museum's 2015 centennial.